Hello and welcome to this new series called Elevated Ignorance. Here we'll be talking about a bevy of topics ranging from sports to politics to entertainment. Today's first topic is Kevin Durant. Now, recently Kevin Durant came out and said that he will never return to OKC because of the way he was treated by not only the fans, not only the players, but also the team staff. How they didn't look at him, they refused to acknowledge him, and how he was so offended that he once did consider coming back to OKC but never will return. All right, so let's start this Kevin Durant story from the beginning. He's arguably one of the top two players to ever play the game. 7 foot tall with guard skills and is a bucket from the 3 point line. He can guard positions 1 through 5 with ease. This is something we have never seen before in the NBA. Back in 2008, when he was drafted to the city of Seattle, he gave that franchise hope. They felt like that was a real piece that they can build around and move towards the future in. When the franchise moved to OKC, this was a very big, important move for the city of Oklahoma because they don't have any professional teams. They don't have any football teams, any baseball teams to align themselves with. So this city took great pride in this team. So when Kevin Durant made the move to go to Golden State, it caught a lot of people off guard. They were just in the previous year fighting for a chance to go to the NBA Finals with this team, just for him to turn around and leave. So let's take a look at how he left. We're talking about an OKC team who year after year was in the championship conversation. For one reason or another, usually due to injury or just bad luck, really, they couldn't get over that hump and win the championship. One year they got, I believe it was 2011, please fact check me if I'm wrong, they lost to the Miami Heat 4-1, and they were never able to get back to that throne of making the NBA Finals and capturing the West. Um, the year that Kevin Durant left, they met up with the Golden State Warriors in the Western Conference Finals, where they had a 3-1 lead on them. Unfortunately for the Oklahoma City Thunder, they couldn't get the job done, and they allowed the Golden State Warriors to come back and win the series in 7. Now, this was a pivotal point in Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook's relationship, because Kevin Durant started to automatically feel that he could, like, he couldn't win with Russell Westbrook. That was definitely the opinion from the outside looking in, that maybe these two couldn't get the job done together, coming so close so many times. And on the outside looking in, it kind of looked like Kevin Durant was just unhappy with his situation. You know, from the outside looking in, Kevin Durant was the A player. He was the marquee guy. People came to see him play. He was the guy that was supposed to take the last shot most of the times, and he was supposed to be the hero of the team. But, naturally, Russell Westbrook is an alpha male, and he took over a lot of times. A lot of times, he didn't even look for Kevin Durant's way. He wanted to be the guy to bring the team back. He wanted to be the guy to take the last shot, and it affected Kevin Durant, especially his relationship with ownership, because he felt that ownership put more belief and put more trust in Russell than they did KD. It affected him, and it affected his decision later on. Now, he met with Russell Westbrook and Steven Adams over dinner, and they discussed coming back and what it would take to finish the job this time. Now that they see that Golden State is a beatable team, they beat them where they was up 3 games to 1 on these guys. So it's not an impossible team to beat, although they just coming off a season of winning 73 games, the NBA record, by the way. They really felt that it was very possible to take down this team. And they really felt that they can beat a Cavs team without Kyrie Irving, with LeBron James. They thought that this was their window to win that championship. They let it slip away, but they felt that in the upcoming years, they sold Kevin Durant on the upcoming years that this can be the year that they win a championship. So Kevin Durant bought into it. He loved his brothers, Steven Adams, and especially he called Russ his little brother. He loved Russ, and they got the feeling after they left the meeting. In fact, Kevin Durant told them that I'm not going anywhere. I love y'all, and I want to make it work. Now, every man is subject to change his mind. That is their right. You are a free agent. You have the opportunity to explore. Um, the part where I feel like Kevin Durant messed up and, like I said, made his only professional mistake in his career is where he didn't inform nobody from OKC that he was leaving them, but not only leaving them, but going to a team that they just lost to, that they let come back and beat them in 7 games in Golden State. And I think it caught a lot of people by surprise when people asked Russ, did Kevin call you or text you and tell you that he was leaving? And Russ said, no, I found out the same time y'all did. I think that was very disrespectful, very dishonorable, very childish. I think it was very weak. Not the move that he left OKC was weak. I felt like because he didn't tell his so-say little brother that he was leaving him to go to the quote-unquote enemy was very weak. Uh, he should have been man enough to call or even text Russ and say, hey, look, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to join this team. I love playing with you, but I need to move on because I need to win a championship. And I don't think it's insulting to Russell Westbrook or the Thunder that he wanted to go on and win a championship. He didn't believe that he can win a championship here. I think the insulting part came a little bit later on when he kind of took a jab at Russell, saying that he went to Golden State because he believes they play basketball the right way. I think that was just an unnecessary shot that he could have kept private if he was able to be man enough to talk to Russ. I don't think that was something that was had to be said. Um, it made him look weak. So just to fast forward in the story, because I don't want the story to be too long. Fast forward to KD's return, and he's booed out of this world. You know, they have people wearing cupcakes, calling him a cupcake, and he's soft and he's a snake. And he took very offense to that because he did so much in that community, and he did so much for that, not just the town, but just the state of Oklahoma. He did so much for them. He felt betrayed, as he said, managers wouldn't even talk to him. It really hurt him deeply, which, I mean, I get where he's coming from. It should have hurt him deeply. But at the same time, Kevin Durant has to look into the real world, what really happened. These are fans of OKC. Like I said, they don't have any other sports teams in that city. That is their lifeline. That is their blood. They love that team, ride or die. And you basically slapped them in the face and went to what you would think is a better organization. You went to a team that won 73 games without you. You went to a team that beat you in order to get that appear in that last championship run. So you can't take offense to them not wanting to welcome you back with warm arms because you basically told them to F off in order for you to win your championship. So it's crazy to think that Kevin Durant lives in a world that he can literally betray an entire city who's connected to a team so strongly, and they're supposed to welcome him back with warm arms because of, what he did with the community. Kevin Durant is able to separate, uh, off the court rather, to on the court issues. But unfortunately, in a basketball arena, you can't expect fans to be able to do the same. They're coming to a basketball game, and I'm sure outside the court, off the court, they still love Kevin Durant. The friends that he made in OKC are still his friends. It's just, in a basketball arena where you made a basketball decision that hurt an entire city, you can't expect to be welcomed back in their arena with welcome arms. Now, fast forward again, just to wrap it up, we see that the old saying that all the glitters in the world are not gold. Kevin Durant went chasing a championship because he thought it would validate his career. It thought it would elevate him into the all-time great conversation on television. I think most internet moderators put Kevin Durant in that great conversation. It's just on TV. He's not big as LeBron, and 20 years later, he's not big as Jordan or Kobe. He thought that would put him in that conversation, and it didn't. unfortunately. And then he had the whole situation with Draymond Green, calling him out his name on the bench and, ready to fight him. Um, and he won the championships. And it came out that he also said in that article that he wasn't happy. You went chasing something and it didn't fulfill you. That's why they always say the one, like I said, all the glitters in the world ain't gold, and the grass is not always greener on the other side. You get what you're chasing after, but you're still not validated in your career, which we all told you what would happen. You can win 15 championships with the Golden State Warriors, but the fact that you went join a 73-win team won't make you look any better. It made you look like you went go join them for help. It doesn't put you in the best of light. And I feel bad for Kevin Durant. Hopefully he can find happiness in Brooklyn, teaming up with Kyrie, maybe bring the Brooklyn Nets to championship or even to the finals. That'll be great for his career. And yeah, man, I hope y'all enjoyed this talk. I will get better at this, I promise y'all. This is just the first episode. So thanks for staying with me, and good night.